Hi, I'm Mark Washington. I'm being held hostage and forced to do this video. I am running for State Central Committee in the 45th District, and the reason I'm running is because Baltimore deserves a voice that will speak for them, a leader that values them, and representation that represents them. Please, on June 24th, I ask for your vote. My name is Mark Washington, and I do approve of this message. Come help me, please. Thank you. Bye.
My name is Ron Lindsay, Mark's right-hand man. I never worked with a more dedicated man than Mark Washington. If you want to make this city better, vote. Vote for Mark Washington.
I'm Mark Washington Jr. I want you guys to vote for my father, Mark Washington Sr. As you can see on my shirt, it says Coach Mark. And I learned some of these valuable principles from my father about giving back to the community and giving back to the youth. Me being a father of 4 and having a vested interest in being a part of my kid's life is a direct representation of what my father did for me when I was a child. And so he's bringing a lot of those concepts and principles back to the community with a community first attitude, community first type of mentality. So a vote for Mark Washington is a vote for the community.
Hi, my name is Leanna. I live in the Coldstream Homestead Montebello community, and I've worked with Mark Washington for the past 7 years in the community. He has engaged me to become a leader in my own neighborhood. We work together on all kinds of things: block parties, events, block projects, greening activities, tree plantings, all kinds of stuff. Mark is a natural leader. He is a visionary. He can motivate people, and it's just a general likable guy who's trustworthy, and I would support him for anything. Thanks.
Vote for our homeboy, Mark Washington.
My name is Terrell Williams, and I support Mark Washington for the 45th District State Central Committee. I have worked with Mark over the past 5 years since I moved into Chum. We have worked on numerous projects, such as tearing down vacant houses, community events. Every year we feed almost 200 to 300 people for Thanksgiving. I have lived in Baltimore all my life, and this is the 3rd neighborhood that I've lived in. I'm a transport from West Baltimore. Of the other 2 neighborhoods I lived in, there has never been such leadership. Mark is a visionary, he's diligent in all the things that he does. There's no time that you can never call Mark to get something done. If you have an issue, Mark is the guy to go to. Okay, out of the 21 candidates running for this position, no one has a long-serving record of community service as Mark Washington. Many of the ideas and things that we have done here in Chum have been adopted by our elected officials, who very often take these ideas of his own without actually giving Mark Washington the credit. But Mark is the type of guy that really doesn't care if he doesn't get the credit, because he's a man of the people. He just wants to make sure the city moves forward, and this is why I support Mark Washington.
I've known Mark Washington at least 10 years. I watched him as a leader in the community and bringing people together, children, adults, seniors. I watched Mark clean up the community barehanded, outside on Saturdays and Sundays in shorts, and digging in trash and jumping in dumpsters and trying to make sure our community is good. He's also opened up his heart in the community to young people, to seniors. We had a young group that was displaced from their community, and Mark Washington found a way for them to be a part of our community. So he's been an advocate for seniors, for young people, for the people in the middle. He also brought together the community and the police to try to make our community safer. So I'm supporting Mark Washington in this race, and I'm asking others to support Mark Washington also, because if you want a real leader, then Mark Washington is the one you want.
Hi, we want to elect Mark Washington to the 45th State Central Community. He is the man. We want new leadership. We want someone who's forward-thinking and who can lead us to new heights. I first met Mark several years ago when I was a teacher at Hamilton Middle School, and he is a very moral person, and he is one who has the heart of the community. And once again, it's a joy to sit out on my front steps, to walk up and down my neighborhood. Since Mark has been in command here in our area, we've closed down the bar that was a great nuisance, and children are able to play out on the front again, and it's nice and quiet like it was when I first moved here as a teenager 52 years ago. And he is the one. If you want new leadership, Mark Washington is the one for the 45th State Central Committee.
June 24th, vote for Mark Washington. Mark Washington took a facility, took raw building materials, and created a youth facility, opened the doors to allow community youth to come in to have a safe haven. I have seen him work with elderly in the community during winter storms, making sure that they each had food to eat to make sure they had enough through the storms. The power is in your hands on June 24th. If you want to see real change take place within your community, on June 24th, you want to vote for Mark Washington. Mark Washington is a proven leader. He has a track record. He's not just talking about what he can get done. He has documented proof on what he has been able to do. Things that I have seen. I have seen him get nuisance houses shut down. I have seen him bring together 2 generations for a block meeting to create peace in a community.
Hello everyone, my name is Nikki Gilliam. I'm a resident of Bel Air Edison with an affiliation with Coldstream Homestead Montebello. My affiliation with coming to know Mark happened probably about 8 or 9 years ago. And what I would say overridingly about Mark is that he is a crusader for mankind. He is a great friend, and even in the face of adversity, when people are telling him no, he's still saying yes. He goes after what he thinks is not just in the best interest of the community that he's working in or with, but he's thinking about Baltimore City as a whole, and that's the kind of leadership that we need. Mark, above all the people that I have been introduced to, have met over the years, the political scene that I've seen take place in Baltimore City, Mark by no means is a politician. He's a person of the community. He's a person that we need to vote for. And what I would say overwhelmingly about Mark, what I really enjoy about working alongside with him, is that he is going to get the job done no matter what, whether it's raining, snow, or sunshine. And if you call him on a given day, he may not come right to your door that second, but best believe if you call him with a concern or issue, he's going to come knocking on your door, or he is going to call you. So I know that Mark undoubtedly is a leadership that we need in the 45th District. And hands down, I encourage you, if you want to change in Baltimore City and you're tired of voting for the same face and the same situation that we see throughout the city, Mark Washington is your man. Please vote for him. What I understand is this, is that the definition of insanity is doing the same thing and expecting a different result. And Mark does not fit that profile. If you are voting for Mark, when you do vote for Mark, should I say, you will not be getting the results that we have come to know in Baltimore City in terms of the 45th District. If you want trash removed, Mark's your man. If you want a vacant house and a nuisance resident to be gone, Mark's your man. If you want your children to be educated, he's your man. I'm telling you from experience, because I know the man, I've worked with him, and he is the real deal. Vote for Mark Washington.